Hi, I'm Nancy, the Kentucky Garden Gal. I'm coming to you from South Central Kentucky. We are a Zone 7. I live in an 1880 Vote Victorian where I have been gardening for the last 27 years. My grandmother taught me the love of gardening. It's my passion and I want to share that with you. I have my small city lot absolutely packed full. Backyard chickens, trees, shrubs, perennials, a koi pond, even a secret garden. So let's get started on this week's vlog. Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Kentucky Garden Gal. I'm Nancy and today we're not in the garden, we're actually in the kitchen. This happens to be Thanksgiving week and I know that many of you are looking through recipes, you're planning your meals, and I happen to be going through some old recipes and I came across this apple dapple cake and I've made it. It is delicious and I thought you all might enjoy it. So let me tell you the ingredients, and you don't have to be so worried about writing this down because I'll have the complete recipe in the description. So it calls for 1.5 cups of oil, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 cups of sugar, 3 eggs, 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of soda, a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of nuts, 1 cup of coconut, and 3 cups of chopped peel raw apples, and 1 can of crushed pineapples drained. So let's get started with this, and I've already mixed up some of the ingredients so that it would be just a little bit faster. The instructions say mix the first 4 ingredients in a bowl. So that's your oil, your extract, your sugar, and your eggs. So I've already done that. In my flour, I have my soda. I'm going to add my salt. And I like it, the recipe doesn't call for it, but I like cinnamon and nutmeg in mine. So I'm going to put some cinnamon in there. And some nutmeg. And I'm one of those old Southern cooks where it's a pinch of this and a pinch of that. So a pinch of cinnamon and a pinch of nutmeg. Okay, so let's get started with mixing our ingredients. So we're going to put our flour, soda, salt, nutmeg, and cinnamon in our bowl. We'll just incorporate it a little bit. Next, I'm going to add my nuts. Now my coconut. Get that incorporated. Then I'm going to add in the first 4 wet ingredients, which was sugar, the 3 eggs, the vanilla, and the 1.5 cups of oil. While I'm mixing this up, I do want to give credit to where this recipe was originally from. It looks like I clipped it out of a newspaper and it says Silver Leaf Country Inn, Favorite Recipes and Reflections, Lyles, Tennessee. Now, I'm from Tennessee and I'm not familiar with Lyle, so if anybody knows if it's east, middle, or west, let us know in the comments. And if you happen to know these people, let them know that we are sure enjoying their recipe. So as you can see, I'm just mixing it by hand. Not very hard at all. I'm going to add in my pineapple. And the last thing I'm going to add are my 3 cups of chopped apples. So we'll just incorporate this, and I'm going to bake this in a Bundt pan. The instructions say to cook for 1 to 1.5 hours, and the first one that I cooked, I checked it after an hour and it was done. So I would definitely check it after the first hour and see what you think it looks like. But this is the consistency that it's going to have. Make sure all of that is incorporated. I have my Bundt pan ready, and what I have found with this cake, I spray my pan, and when I think I've sprayed it enough, I spray it again, because you're going to have to get this cake to come out, and it is fairly dense, so make sure that your Bundt pan is sprayed pretty good. I have really enjoyed this cake. It's good in the morning for breakfast with your coffee. Of course, it's good anytime, but I really look forward to it this week with my coffee. And the icing is the caramel icing that is made from 1 cup of packed brown sugar, a stick of margarine, and a 1/4 cup of sweet milk. And it's just enough of a frosting to give it just the right amount of sweetness. We're just about ready to put this in the oven. And all I'm going to do is just sort of make sure this is evenly in the pan. I'm just going to take a little spoon, move it around so that it looks like it's pretty good and even. That looks pretty good there. Get that off so it won't burn. So this is what your cake is going to look like. We're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for an hour. I'll check it after an hour, and then we will make our frosting. got my timer set, so there we go. Okay, our cake is done, and this time I actually had to cook mine just a little bit more than an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes. So you do definitely want to check and make sure that's done. So now we're ready to add our frosting. And our frosting is 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 stick of butter, and 1/4 cup of sweet milk is what it says in the recipe. I'm using whole milk. And the secret to this frosting is that it needs to come to a really good boil for 3 minutes. And I'm actually going to just start my timer and let it go for 3 minutes. And when it gets to the boiling stage, you do need to stay by it and make sure that you are watching it and stirring it the whole time. Just about done. Couple more seconds. It's looking good. So our caramel frosting is done. And we will slowly pour this on our cake. If you decide to try this recipe, please let me know and let me know what you thought about it. Oh, that looks so good. Now that is the kind of spoon that you do want to lick, but it's hot. You need to let it cool just a bit. I appreciate everyone who is watching this video. I appreciate all of our new subscribers. And I want to wish a very happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. And I hope that you will join us next week. We will be getting ready for Christmas, and I have been in touch with several people, and we have quite a few things that we're going to be able to vlog about, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. Farmhouse decorating, Victorian decorating, wreath making, poinsettia care. So we have all kinds of goodies, and also a Christmas morning 2 casseroles, 1 sweet, 1 savory. So make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you know when I post new vlogs, and I will see you next week.